Welcome to our third and final video in our series Introduction to Research. In this video, we'll show you a few tips for searching our two EBSCO databases, as well as a meta search tool for searching all of the Galileo Georgia Virtual Library. Let's jump right in. We're going to focus on two EBSCO databases in this video tutorial. Let's begin with Academic Search Complete. This online library searches thousands of newspaper, magazine, and journal articles. It will also pull up scholarly videos and book chapters. When you get to the search interface for Academic Search Complete, it's not going to look terribly fancy, but the EBSCO databases like this one will have more content than what you'll find in Gale, and you will find that even though the search interface is not terribly frilly, if you will, it is very powerful. So let me show you how it's going to work. You can begin by typing in your search terms, and again, as you begin typing, you'll notice that it's going to give you some suggestions. So maybe you're interested in social media in the workplace. Then I can go ahead and go with that search if I want to. And it shows that I have 622 results. Let me show you the search filters to narrow this list of results down. All of the filters for refining your search are always on the left side of the screen in any EBSCO database, and all of the databases that you find in Galileo are primarily published by EBSCO. The first filter that I like to use, and sometimes EBSCO will also call these limiters, is to limit my results or filter my results by full text articles, and you just click full text. This means that the only articles we will see are those that we have the entire article that we can read. We don't want incomplete or partial articles. The second filter that I like to use, or limiter, is by publication date. Something from 1993 is going to be really dated for a topic like this. So you can move the slider bar and look at the results for the last couple of years. I usually like to work with a 5 or so year range. And if it freezes, you can always bump it again, and again that will refine your results. And now I've moved down to 280 results. Obviously that's a little bit more manageable. And you can continue refining by the publication date if you would like to. Then you have the option to either browse the current results, or if you want to look at just magazines, or if you want to look at just newspaper articles or just journal articles, then you can do that. You can also click on Show More to see if there's anything else that you'd like to look at, maybe trade publications. Those would be periodicals that are specific to a particular career industry. I'm going to go right now with just the magazines, but you can always check and uncheck those search filters to kind of experiment with the results that you get. So now I have 94 articles. That's a lot more manageable to deal with. So that's pretty cool. So right away, I see something that looks like it could be of interest to me. And again, each page has 10 results. You can always, again, scroll the entire set of results and click on the page numbers to move to the next set. But this one here looks pretty good. Social media in the workplace, employer protections versus employee privacy. So I'm going to click on the link to further investigate it. On this page, and for every result that you'll get through an EBSCO host database search, you will get some publication information, some subject terms or keywords, so that kind of gives you an idea of some of the big topics that will be discussed in the article. So this looks pretty good. And then this will also give me an abstract. An abstract is not an article, but it is a teaser or a brief summary of the article. You have to read more than the abstract. This is just to help you decide if you want to read the article in its entirety. All of the articles that you find through an EBSCO database, like Academic Search Complete, will be available either as an HTML full text file or a PDF file. I prefer PDF when it's available if both options are offered, but sometimes HTML is the only choice that's given. So I'm going to click on HTML to read the article in its entirety. Just like the Gale databases, we have a listen-friendly option if we want to do that. And then there's also a table of contents. So it looks like this is going to survey policies around the world. And again, you can just skim and scan the article by scrolling. Our toolbox is over here on the right. So if you want to print an article, you can do that. Get a printer-friendly version. If you want to email it, you have that ability. If you want to send it to EasyBib, which you'll learn about in a future video, the export tool for sending the citation directly to your EasyBib account is right here. And last but not least, we have the permalink. This is the true URL to that article. So remember that we saw in earlier video that Gale uses the term bookmark to get you to the true URL. And the EBSCO databases, it's called a permalink, and it has a little paperclip icon next to it. So if I click on permalink, that will give me the true URL. Again, you could email that or put it in a Google document. Once I'm done reading the article, I can hit the back arrow to move back to my results, or you can hit result list that will be in the breadcrumbs. And now I can continue browsing my results if I would like to do that. And again, anytime that you view the results, be sure to look at the subject terms and read the abstract. And then if you feel like this is related to what you're interested in, then you can read the entire article. In this case, we have a PDF. So that is a scan of the original print publication. A lot of people like that. And again, your toolbar for printing, emailing, getting the permalink, or getting the citation are going to be over here on the right. And again, you can either go back to your result list from up here, or if you want to go back and look at the abstract one last time, and then go back to your results here, then you can continue to do so. And of course, you can refine your search filters at any time. So that's a little bit about Academic Search Complete. The other EBSCO database is one that's new to Galileo this year, and it's called Explora Secondary. This is EBSCO's efforts to try to adopt a little bit of the Gale interface, have something that's a little more student friendly. We'll give it just a second to load. Once you get to the Explora homepage, there is a search tool at the very top of the page which you could use. They also have topic guides. They're trying to replicate what you saw in Gale, but it's not quite as robust. If you want to look at topic lists, I would recommend going to current issues and going to more to see if a topic guide or a topic overview might be available for your what you're looking for. So we can scroll through and see what might be available. And when you see something that you're interested in, then you can click on the link. So let's take a look. Maybe you're wanting to look at some aspect, maybe blogging. So I'm going to click on here. And again, I can begin browsing my results or refining them. Obviously, with 12,000 results, I want to refine them. But before I do that, here is a topic overview. And you'll always see the words topic overview. And they'll let you know that this is going to be one of those great kind of bird's eye overviews of a topic. So I'm going to click on more to see that in its entirety. And you can see now this is that EBSCO interface that we saw with the other Academic Search Complete database. Printing, emailing, exporting the citation when we're ready to do that in a couple of days, and the permalink to get to the article. You can always go back to the Explora homepage or do a new search if you'd rather use the Explora search tool. And just like we saw in our other EBSCO database, Academic Search Complete, again, we'll start to see some of those suggested topics. And again, you can either go with your own or use some of their suggestions to help you out. One thing I want to point out to you, we have the same kinds of result limiters or ways to refine our search like we did in Academic Search Complete. But one other filter that's in Explora is limiting your results by Lexile range. So if you're somebody that knows your Lexile score and you like to limit your articles by Lexile score, you certainly can do that. That's not something you have to do, but some students find that to be a useful feature. And again, you can then continue to filter your results by copyright date if you'd like to do that. You can also do it by publication type. So if you want, just magazines, or if you just want journals or newspaper articles, then you can certainly do that. The last tool that we want to show you is the Advanced Galileo search. So this allows you to search all of the databases that we have access to in Galileo. It's what we call a meta search tool. Searches lots or many databases at once. This is a great point to go to after you've tried the individual databases. And again, this just allows us to cast a wide net. One thing that is a little bit of a drawback about this meta search is that when you originally go to this meta search homepage, it's not going to give you suggested search terms. However, once you get into the search tool, as we'll see in a minute, then you can certainly then take advantage of those suggested search terms that will then be generated if you begin searching from here. So here you'll get the suggested search terms if you want to begin a new search from here. Otherwise, just know that you can't do that from that initial page. Again, I have my same search limiters or filters. And again, because we're searching lots of databases, we're getting, astronomically high numbers of results. So using the filters is going to be really important in managing those search results. And again, I would keep things from the last just 5 or 6 years for most of the topics that you all are doing. And again, that's now down. That's a little bit better, but still a lot. And again, I could continue to filter by publication type. And you can even here, if you wanted to, you could limit by if there's a particular journal you wanted. If you want to use some of these subject filters, that can be handy. So if you want to focus just, on that in Facebook, again, you've got some nice filters, and now that's a lot more manageable. Again, when you see a result, then you can click on it. This could be interesting. Again, here's my overview, some of my keywords, my abstract or my article summary. My toolbox is over here, and this is a PDF. So remember, you click on that or HTML, whichever is available, to read the article. And again, your toolbar will stay on the far right side of your screen. And again, let me just make sure that you're able to see what I'm seeing on my screen. Our toolbar is here on the right. So there's our print tool. We have the email tool. We have our permalink, so we can get the true URL back to that you can copy and paste. And then when we get ready to start doing citations, we'll use that export tool that always sits above the paperclip. We thank you for your attention and patience as you have watched these 3 videos. We hope that these 3 video tutorials will give you a solid start to our research project. All of these are available for viewing if you need to see any of them again. If you need help, please ask your teacher or come see Ms. Hamilton in the Media Center. Thank you for watching our videos.